If you're a junior solicitor or pupil barrister, there's a high chance you've had this thought. I should already know how to handle this. And yet, no one really prepares you for what the first years in practice actually feel like. In this video, I'll explain why and what can make a real difference. And I'll also show you how one simple space that most lawyers don't have can completely change how you experience your work. If you're a trainee solicitor, newly qualified or on pupillage, this is for you. Think about your first client meeting or your first hearing. You were prepared, you knew the law, and yet just before stepping in, you felt the pressure because suddenly it mattered for your client, for your firm or chambers, and for you. I'm Sarah Jane Tester, French family lawyer, family mediator and supervisor, and today I want to talk about something that's still not widely used in the UK legal profession: reflective supervision. You come into the legal profession with a strong legal training. You know the law, you know the process, but no one really teaches you how everything works around it. For example, how to deal with pressure from partners, how to manage demanding clients, how to carry responsibility, how to handle doubt, mistake, or conflict, or how to deal with the emotional side of the work. Let me give you an example. A client rings you and asks you, "So what's going to happen? Will I win?" This isn't just a legal question anymore. You need to manage uncertainty, reassure the client, and communicate clearly. This is when junior lawyers start thinking, I should really know this. I can't show uncertainty. Everyone else seems much more confident than me. The reality is, this is part of becoming a lawyer. And this leads to something we don't talk enough about: isolation. In firms and chambers, everyone seems confident. Everyone looks busy. Everyone looks like they're coping. But behind that, many lawyers are dealing with pressure and doubt. And it's not always easy to say, "I'm not sure. I'm actually struggling with this," especially in high-performance environments. So a lot of lawyers go through this alone. And this is exactly where reflective supervision becomes incredibly valuable. It gives you something very rare in the legal world: a space where you can talk openly about your practice without being judged or evaluated. It allows you to bring difficult situations, reflect on client relationships, understand your reactions, develop your professional judgment, and build confidence. This isn't about learning more law, it's about learning how to practice law well. Imagine a junior lawyer leaving a client meeting thinking, "I wasn't clear, I should have done better, maybe I'm not cut out for this." That spiral happens very quickly. But in supervision, we slow that down and we ask, what actually happened in there? What did you feel? What would you do differently next time? And suddenly, what felt like a failure actually becomes learning. Here's another information about burnout. It doesn't start after 20 years in the business. It often starts much earlier. Junior lawyer works hard, they want to prove themselves, they say yes to everything, and that drive is powerful, but it can also become exhausting. You might notice constant fatigue, loss of confidence, stress building up, difficulty switching off. Supervision acts as a protective space. It will help you notice these signs early, not when it's too late. That's why it's a preventative tool, not a last resort. If you're recognizing yourself in some of this, you're not alone. This is exactly why I work with junior lawyers through supervision. And I'll explain at the end how you can explore this if you'd like. this isn't just about individuals. Supervision also benefits firms and chambers by supporting better development of junior lawyers, stronger professional judgment, healthier working environments, and better retention. A supervised lawyer doesn't slow down. They become more effective over time. If you're a junior solicitor or barrister and you feel the pressure, doubt, or fatigue, I want to say this clearly. You are not alone. What your experience is normal, and you don't have to go through this unsupported. Supervision is not a weakness, it's a form of professional awareness, because in the end, you learn the law at university, but you learn how to become a lawyer by practicing. And no one should have to do that alone. If this resonates with you, you'll find more information below. And if you'd like to explore supervision, you can book a discovery call. Sometimes one conversation can already change how you see your work. Thank you for watching.